Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something really special, a lifetime of practice that's all about solving the huge challenges of health, purpose, and wellness that, let's face it, are on everyone's mind right now. So let's just jump right in. We live in this time where, millions of us are looking for something deeper, right? We're searching for real, tangible ways to make our lives better, trying to find that perfect bridge between ancient wisdom and modern science. And this search, it's not some niche thing happening in the corner. Nope. It is front and center on some of the biggest, most influential platforms in the world. Think about it. From hardcore neuroscience to deep spirituality, the world's top podcasters are pushing the boundaries, exploring what humans are capable of. They're interviewing all these experts, trying to piece together this giant puzzle, but they're all asking. The question is, who's actually lived it? And when you look at who's talking, a really clear pattern just jumps out at you. You've got Andrew Huberman digging into whether our minds can literally change our bodies. You've got Stephen Bartlett looking for an actual formula for happiness. The core question is always the same. How do we get from just thinking about this stuff to actually seeing real, tangible, life-changing results? It's that gap between knowing and doing that everybody is trying to figure out. So we've talked about the search. Now let's talk about the answer. It's time to move from the discussion to someone who truly embodies the solution. Let me introduce you to Osman, who you might know as the blind Muslim yogi. 50 years. Just let that number sink in for a second. 50 years. That's how long he's been completely immersed in the practical application of these sciences. We're not talking about a weekend retreat here. This is an entire lifetime dedicated to pure mastery. And get this, he was just 19 when he experienced his first samadhi. That's a really profound state of meditative consciousness. This wasn't some midlife crisis discovery. It was an early, incredibly deep dive into states of being that, honestly, most of us only ever read about in books. And the commitment? It's just on another level. We're talking a minimum of 8 to 10 hours every single day. At certain points in his life, it was even up to 18 hours a day. It's all about, as he says, sharpening the sword. This is true, ongoing dedication to the craft. So what does all that practice lead to? Well, it culminates in this incredibly unique skill set. He's a master bioenergy healer, which basically means he works with the body's own subtle energy to kickstart healing. He even uses principles from quantum entanglement, that wild idea that particles can be connected across huge distances, to do what he calls telepathic healing. And his focus? It's on the toughest cases out there. Critical care recovery, terminal illnesses, all by blending ancient wisdom from the Far East and Middle East with ideas from Western thought. Okay, and this part is absolutely crucial, so let's be really clear. His work is offered as a powerful complement to traditional medicine. It's meant to enhance and support what you're already doing, to fill in the gaps, but it is never, ever a replacement for a doctor's advice or medical treatment. Always see a licensed professional. All right, so how does all of this come together? It all builds into his core mission, to transform these ancient sciences into a simple, results-based methodology that literally anyone can apply to their life. This quote from Osman himself really says it all. The whole focus is on moving away from practices where you could spin your wheels for decades without getting anywhere, and moving toward a scientific method where you see real, tangible change. His whole approach is the answer for anyone who's felt stuck. You've practiced for years, but nothing's really changed. So instead of that monotonous repetition with no end in sight, he gives you simplified, practical protocols that lead to progress you can actually measure. And not just in meditation, but in your career, your health, your relationships, the whole shebang. And that's the thing. This incredible success rate, the ability to work on these really serious illnesses, that doesn't just happen. It's the direct result of that unparalleled 50-year dedication. So yeah, the value of his premium healing services reflects 5 decades of nonstop work and refinement. It's mastery. So you're probably wondering, okay, this sounds amazing. How can I learn more? Well, the good news is there's a really clear path forward, no matter what your level of interest is. He's a huge believer in sharing his knowledge. He gives away so much for free on his YouTube channel, holding nothing back. Now, if you want a more direct connection, his Patreon is where you can get live lessons and consultations. And then, for those who are in critical need, that's when you can inquire directly about his premium master-level bioenergy healing.
And hey, if you're a podcast person and you want to get these insights on the go, you can find his show on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just search for his channel name, The Blind Muslim Yogi. And seriously, make sure you follow the channel so you don't miss a thing.
All right, so for everything, and I mean everything we've talked about today, the one place you need to go is his website. This is your next step. It's where you can explore all his services, get access to all that free content, and connect with him directly. That's yogawellness786.com. Go check it out.